Okay, Jim, have walked back out here behind my vehicle up the driveway just a little ways. Uh, Basically looking at the house. I mean, overgrown, uh, poorly landscaped, those type things. I mean, obviously will be some things that would be easy to correct. Looking at the structure of the house, the roof lines and all, at a first glimpse looks pretty good. There's an issue right up there where the gutter is hanging down on the top left of the front porch, which looks pretty minor, but it's pulled away from the roof slightly. Not sure if it's overweighted with debris and such from lack of being cleaned. Hope you don't mind me just kind of continuing to talk and walk as I go around. What I'm going to do is just kind of take you around the entire outside of the house first. And I'm going to try to look and point out any deficiencies or anything that I see that, as far as construction components and things like that. The overall general construction of the house looks reasonable. There's a little deck here. It's got a little overhang. Didn't notice any sag or anything with it. Again, just a lot of cosmetic flaws. This is the area just to the left of where I've parked at. Garage door, main door. Again, pressure washing, cleaning up, those type cosmetic things would make a big difference. Has a little bit of evidence of maybe a little bit of rot down there around the bottom rights of the door and the bottom left. Haven't felt of it yet to see how soft it is. But we're going to journey on around the back side here. It's pretty grown up. Jim, I'm over on the side now looking up. This is out just in front to give you an idea of where we're at. This is where we parked and came down. This is this right-hand side of the house that I'll refer to. And as we come on down, I'm looking again at the roof lines and stuff. Looks okay. A little bit of damage to the gutter in a few different areas that I've noticed. There's some shingle tabs up there that's hanging off just where the sloped roof comes down, that lowest point of the roof right above the deck. There's a shingle hanging there. I'll look at it a little closer when I get up top. Coming on around the back side, the deck looks reasonable. Construction looks good. And I'm going to pan around to my right. I'm standing directly at the rear of the house now, facing the house. But when I turn around 180 degrees, you'll see a little shop out here. This is what you'd be seeing out the rear windows. Has a little fenced area, some kind of little chicken coop or something over on the left-hand side there. And the lake is back off to the right-hand side down the hill. Fairly steep slope down to the lake. It's probably, actually it's not too bad. You could ride an ATV or something. It's it's probably maybe a 4-to-1 slope, something like that in areas. There's other parts that are steeper than that. Again, looking on around the back side, I'm okay right now. Sorry about all the moving around, but I'll get to a still point in just a moment. Here's kind of a look from the back side. You've got this little area that sticks out with a wraparound deck. See the gable roof there. As we come on around to the right, you've also got this little peak up there for a view and that upper level deck. Now that upper level deck is cantilevered out about 6 feet, looks like. It has no support at all underneath, so I would be interested to see how that's secured, if it's with some iron or not. It looks like it's just wood. As we come on around the back side of the house, again, I'm looking through the camera and trying to look at the house too, but it looks reasonable. Don't see anything real obvious. We'll continue on around. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. We'll continue on around the right side, or, around the rear of the house, rather. Got a couple of HVAC units. I'm not sure if you all use these in Canada or not, but They come in handy down here in the sweet South. These units do not look horrible. They just look like they have not been used much in a while. But it's real difficult to determine, the condition that they're in without operational and such. While I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and step up on this back deck. I guess you can see the wood. It all needs to be pressure washed and cleaned. But I don't see any just rotten spaces, rotten parts. Nothing real obvious. It's got a neat little bench around here on the side. No railing here. Again, this is the wraparound deck around that little front part that I showed you first before we pointed out that gable up above there. I'm going to pan up top here in just a moment and try to show you that deck that I was talking about. If you can tell from right there, this deck cantilevers over. It's probably 6 feet. And I do not know exactly. I'm sure that it's cantilevered over with probably those 2x8s, I believe. It could be 2x10s, maybe 2x10s. That's quite a distance for that size deck, especially if you talked about adding very much weight to it. I'd really like to know how far those go back in and how it's secured. I don't see any additional reinforcement for as steel or anything at this point. Here's a couple of sliding glass doors on this deck. I'm going to turn around and give you a shot back of the garage and the stairways, the steps coming down. And again, I apologize if I'm spinning around too much, but this is when I walk out of the back door over to my left. And then I'll pan all the way back around so you can see the deck area all the way back around to the right side. And again, nothing that, paintbrush and Clorox and some deck wash and stuff will clean this up, I think, just fine. The siding is mostly hardy plank, but I believe they have wood corners there and wood soffit and fascia. Of course, the hardy plank looks great. Pressure washing would clean it up. The most of the wood around looks reasonable. There'd be some areas to attend to, but I think most of it is probably just paint and cleaning. I don't see any obvious rot. We're working our way on back around what would be the left side of the house. If you were facing the house from the front, this is this is actually, if this makes sense, this is the right-hand side of the house. If you were out front facing the house, this is the right-hand exterior wall here. This is where the pool area is at. I see it. It's covered up inside. But this is where the pool is. And here I've got a little bit better look at the roof line and the shingles. It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock Eastern time now, and we've had a pretty big storm shower that's came through to our north, so it's a little dark looking. Hopefully you can see a little bit about the shingles and the roof line there. And panning around, again, I'm kind of at the front, even with the front of the house, here at this corner. This is the front. This is the left side of the house if you were facing the house where the pool's at. I'm going to pan around outside so you can see the terrain again. I'm pointing back up. You can see the driveway. There's an old gas tank sitting right up there. I'm just going to come on around and walk on up in the front yard, and then we'll make our way to the front door. This is just a view. There's a lot of shrubbery and stuff obviously that needs some attention here. This house looks very, very consistent with a lot of the foreclosures that I see where it's just unkept, unmaintained. I'm going to go back to the front and show you this roof line. There's that gutter. I don't know that you'll be able to tell from the video, but the gutter where I'm focusing right now is sagged down probably 5 to 6 or so inches. I'm going to pan back to the right and notice the shingle line, how the shingle line is hidden. And then as I come back to the left, you see how the reveal is shown there below that gutter. And again, I think it's just from, probably it's full of stuff and has just pulled loose there. Coming on back down to the front steps. Jim, we're coming up on the front porch here, and I'm actually looking for a blue box that Miss Maria had on here. It's what we call a Supra box, in which we can get, you know, access with a Bluetooth key or a Bluetooth device from our cell phone. And as the first thing I notice, it may have been removed and a combination box added there. Not for sure. I'll keep looking around and see if I see the other box so we can gain access. You know what the blue boxes are?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to. Oh, here's our blue box right here, as a matter of fact. So we'll step inside in just a moment. We're here on the front porch now. You know, nice architectural design. It's got the little circle heads, partial circle heads there as you move around the porch and the railing. Bird's nest. And Braden, if you'll hold that, I'm gonna get this camera out. I mean, this key.
Do you want me to? I'll just pan the front yard. Dogs everywhere. Did you get it?